Hey, good morning. Welcome. Welcome to Hobby Evolution. Episode 1636. Happy Tuesday. It is feast week. It is feast week. It's Thanksgiving. I love this week. I love this week. It's like the excitement of we're really kicking off the holiday season. We've got awesome college basketball. I don't think there was any. Actually, there was. I didn't watch it. Was it UConn and somebody? I had the Illinois game on last night, but um, I love Thanksgiving week. It definitely feels. I had the feeling. And it's strange that I had this feeling because I sell baseball cards out of my basement, and I usually get this feeling like going into the office on the Monday of Thanksgiving week, and it's like there's just like that. It's like no stress. It's a holiday week. Now, in my previous job, that's kind of how it was. It was basically a dead week. The only Thanksgiving week was dead, and the week between Christmas and Thanksgiving. And I had a lot of manufacturing clients, so they took like the last 2 weeks. A lot of manufacturing companies, like in the steel industry and what the hell, various industries would take the last 2 weeks off. And so would I. And of course, travel is a lot because everybody else is taking that week off. So I did that a couple of years. My wife and I would go to Florida, and it's like, this is expensive. This is expensive. Because it's the most expensive week of the year. So I had that feeling like yesterday morning. It's just like, it just feels like a holiday week. I don't know. Like my schedule is busier than ever. This is a crazy week. Right now it's the calm before the storm. Today I'll be really today I want to focus on. I've got a few orders to ship, not much left. I did basically shipping yesterday for the Saturday Sunday shows. And a little bit left over today to get out. And then I need to focus on the rec room since we're having Thanksgiving. We're having company over. So I've got to get the rec room cleaned up. And then I want to get this office cleaned up, but I've got wrestling night on Saturday. So these are all wrestling boxes with and then the top I'm using is storage. It's a mess. It's a mess. And speaking of wrestling night is it's a busy night on eBay Live, busy week on eBay Live. Saturday night is wrestling night, and it's going to be wrestling only. We're going to do a watch along to Survivor Series. I did something last night that I haven't done in 6 months. In fact, for the last 3 months, my Ricoh 8170 scanner has been sitting on a shelf in my shipping room. I broke that bad boy out last night, and I did some scanning. I used Car Dealer Pro for the first time in 6 months. Check it out, cardealerpro.com. Use promo code Cubs, CUBS, when you sign up. You'll get 500 free scans. So I polished that off. I still have I have like the basic subscription, like $10 a month, even though I've pissed away 50 or 60 bucks. So I polished that off because I had some 85 and 87 tops wrestling that it's like, these are scannable. The AI will recognize them. I could get these. I don't want to list some of this stuff. It's nice to have some listings. So I've got a good, I think 75, 60, 70 listings for Saturday night. And I'm going to scan in, since I do the whole set for 70. Well, I don't know if I'm going to do the whole set. I'll scan in the 100 cards, for the 74 Topps basketball set break, which I'm going to wait until Wednesday night, December 10th will be the 74 Topps basketball set break. I wanted to give it a little bit of runtime. I wanted to get, some of the bigger cards up. Initially I'd planned on this Wednesday, just ran out of time to get, a decent amount of cards up there. Next week, there's 2 new releases that I bought into, which those are scheduled as well. Those are subject to change. It just depends on when they're delivered. So I think I've got them scheduled for like Wednesday and Thursday afternoon, because I think Allen and Ginter releases Wednesday. Topps Chrome Basketball releases on Thursday. They'll probably, I think right now I've got them set up for like 3:00 in the afternoon. Those will probably change to 7 p.m. And it could change altogether depending on if they arrive on time. So it's a busy week. I'm going to go live tonight. I'm going to go live tomorrow night. I'm going to go live Friday afternoon, Black Friday, Friday afternoon. Saturday night is wrestling night. Sunday night singles. Monday, I'm doing a Cyber Monday sale. And then I think I'm taking Tuesday off. And then Wednesday is Ginter release day. Thursday, Topps Chrome Basketball release day. And then December 10th, the following Wednesday, we'll do the 74 basketball set break. So I spent a lot of time last night creating the thumbnails and getting those scheduled, just so I'm not, so people know, because it sucks when I just, hey, I'm live, and it's like I can't run much. So I may keep my scanner down here. I may keep my scanner in here, and use it on, like, maybe do some random. Okay, I've got, maybe it's low end vintage or something, or wrestling, like just random wrestling that I can just easily scan and put on there, because it's kind of a horse apiece. If I'm scanning like 87 Topps WWF cards, like those are easy to scan and upload, but also they're low dollar cards. Like I can't scan slabs in. It takes me a long time to get those set up. So those, if it's a Jackie Robinson or a Mickey Mantle or, a higher end name, then I'm going to get that pre-listed, but obviously you can't scan that with a feed scanner. But if it's 74 Topps basketball, that's easily scannable. That's a quick scan, quick upload. For the most part, though, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do a bunch. There may be certain times where it's like, let's just do this. I don't want to waste my listings, though, and not that I have a set amount, but it's a pain in the ass on the back end if they don't sell. If a 1987 Topps Earthquake or 1991 Classic Earthquake doesn't sell, then I'm going to go on the back end, delete it off so it doesn't run at regular auction. But it's still much faster than, anything else, doing it by hand, I guess, manually with your phone or computer or whatever. So busy week. What else? So I did a lot of shipping. I did I got some marketing stuff done for Cubs convention. So I got, thank you to Travis Bogart. Shout out to Travis. Got some Reds cards coming his way. He updated my sticker because I used. I'll be back. So you may recall I made Cubs cards for kids packs. I've been doing that the last couple of years, take them out to spring training, hand them out at Cubs convention. So I had a sticker for spring training last year, and Travis designed that logo. And I used my eBay website, my eBay, home URL, I guess, URL that goes to my eBay store, which was 99centcards.com. I still have that domain. I believe it's still pointed to my eBay store. But now I created 1millioncubs.com with the number 1. That's pointed to my eBay Live homepage. So if you type in 1millioncubs.com, it goes to my eBay Live homepage. So Travis graciously updated the logo so it says 1millioncubs.com. Shout out to Gem City Card Show. He turned me on to these Mylar bags from Amazon. And I'm going to show you the finished, what they're going to look like here in a second, minus the wrong website at the bottom. So I ordered a whole bunch of these. I ordered, I don't even know how, 5,000, 3,000, I can't remember. And they came, they were delivered separately 3 times. Amazon delivered to my house 3 different times yesterday. The first time it was like 2 bags, and I'm like, I thought I ordered more than this. And then in the afternoon, I had another delivery of like 8 bags. And then last night, there was 1 single bag, which maybe they missed earlier on. I don't know. So this is what they look like. Bright blue Mylar bags, Cubs for Kids sticker on the front. And then you just open this up, or you can also do the tear it open as well. And then inside, Cubs for Kids. I had to order, the only team bags I have are the graded, so I had to like smush it in. So I did order Columbia Wholesale. I go through Columbia Hobby, their wholesale department, and they've been out of the regular. Now I use the graded team bags far more than the small team bags. So I did need the graded team bags, but for smaller stuff, and especially for these, I need a regular size team bag. So I ordered, they didn't have any, they were out of stock on Columbia. So I went to eBay and they were actually cheaper, like $10 cheaper for a case on eBay. So bought that. So Cubs for Kids. I'm going to go in this blue bag. So there you go. And then with that, I'll put a business card in here as well that has my logo, and then it says streaming multiple times a week, 1millioncubs.com, something like that. I can't remember exactly what it says, but ordered those from Vistaprint. And what else? I got a friend of mine who runs a graphic design, like promotional business. So he's working on a design for like a big stand-up retractable sign with like some photos and just various things. I feel terrible because I've been like, I need a graphic designer, and it's like, fuck. And he's even reached out to me over the years. He's like, hey, if you ever need anything for 1 million Cubs, let me know. I'll do it. And I was on the couch a couple nights ago, and I asked my wife, because my wife knows a lot of, local, and I'd like to keep it local or with somebody I know, not just some random on the internet. And she's like, yeah, I'll look. And I'm like, wait a second, Neil. So I reached out, I texted him. He's like, oh yeah, absolutely. So he's working on that. So that's what I worked on last night. I did some sorting, pulled out some Cubs, was going through some Cubs boxes. I pulled out a few Cubs boxes, and I'm going through, and it's like, I'm trying to find, like, I know I've got a bunch of like Bowman first, Cade Hortons, first Bowman, Justin Steele's. So some stuff I'll sell, some stuff I'll put in the Cubs cards for kids, because I'll have, so my setup at Cubs convention, I'll have a big retractable banner with like 1 million Cubs, like a couple photos from me at Wrigley Field with my superfractor. I'll have the gold chain superfractor. I'll have a showcase with some higher end Cubs cards. And then I'll have a couple boxes of like $1 cards and $5 Cubs cards. And then I'll bring my inventory for eBay Live. So that's kind of how I'm envisioning my setup. So I'm going through some of these Cubs boxes last night. I've been looking, I think at the 2021 National in Chicago. I pulled a bunch of autos. There's a booth at the National that has dollar autos. Now they're like in-person TTM autos, but I love them for like my Cubs collection. And then every once in a while I'll pull some random, I'm like, oh, I can sell this $10 and it pays for a couple of my, if I can sell a few, it'll pay for the Cubs autos I buy. So I hit the booth every year at the National, and in the 2021 National, I found an autograph of the Bong Puffer card. And it's signed by Brandon Puffer, who I believe before I say anything, I'm going to use my phone so I don't crash my computer. I still need to figure. I should have worked on that last night. So let me see. So I found an autographed Bong Puffer card in this dollar box at the 2021 National, and then it got lost, and it's been lost for 4 years. Okay. So yes, he did serve prison time. So Brandon Puffer did serve some time in prison. He was arrested while he was playing. On September 13th, 2008, Brandon Puffer was arrested after the Rough Riders playoff game against the Travelers for burglary of a habitation with the intent to commit a felony, sexual assault. Zooks. The offense carried penalties of up to 99 years imprisonment and a $10,000 fine. Puffer was found guilty on July 2nd, 2009 in a Collin County courtroom, sentenced to 5 years in prison. He became eligible for parole in January 2010. That's like a year. And his sentence ran through June 30th, 2014. He made parole by 2011, so he only spent like 2 years in prison. He did win a World Series ring with the 2004 Boston Red Sox. So hopefully he's straightened his shit out. So I'm going through a Cubs box, and look what I find. The random Bong Puffer card that's signed by felon Brandon Puffer. Crazy. So I may just list that. I don't think anybody in my eBay live streams will. Maybe late night Saturday, that might get some traction. But on a Tuesday night, I don't think that's going to get much traction. So I found that going through some boxes last night. So pretty productive day. Went through some boxes, pulled out some cards, got some wrestling cards listed for Saturday, scheduled out all my the next week plus, next about 9-10 days of my eBay live streams. What else? Got some stuff printed, purchased some marketing materials. So all in all, it was quite the productive day and night. I worked late. I had a couple spotted cows last night and watched some basketball in the background. So it was some good times. And dusted off my Fujitsu Ricoh 8170, dusted off the Card Dealer Pro subscription that hasn't been used in 6 months, and uploaded some cards. So 1millioncubs.com, the number 1millioncubs.com. That's the site that takes you to my schedule. I'm live tonight at 7, tomorrow night at 7, Friday afternoon. I think I'm going at 1. That might be Friday's going to be fluid. That's subject. I think Friday's going to be subject to change based on my schedule with the card show. We got the Madison card shows, plural, Saturday and Sunday. 140 dealer tables Saturday, this Saturday at the Madison Marriott South. Just a reminder, we've got a layout change that started last month or 2 months ago that was just thrown at me at the last minute. We can no longer use the mezzanine upstairs. We are using the Badger stateroom on the first floor. I'm trying to get everybody that was in the mezzanine, getting them relocated within the ballrooms. I think I'm able to get that to work, and new vendors are in the Badger stateroom because it's the smallest of the rooms. So that's this Saturday is the card show, 140 dealer tables, 9 to 3 of the show hours. Parking is free parking. Oh my goodness. But don't complain if you can't find a parking spot, and admission is free. Sunday is the Madison Pokemon show. 9 to 3, same hours, same layout. 140 tables sold out with a waiting list in both shows. 9 to 3 on Sunday, Pokemon only. What the hell am I going to do all day? So that's this weekend at the Madison Marriott South. We're going to do wrestling night Saturday after the show. Sunday night singles after the Sunday Pokemon show. My wife is like, why are you doing this to yourself? I'm like, and then Cyber Monday. I'm like, it's people are spending money this time of year, and you got to go out and grab it. So we're doing eBay Live every day. So bear with me. So I don't know how to buy. Well, there won't be Saturday, Sunday Hobby Evolution for sure. Monday morning, I'll probably be sleeping until noon. Money don't sleep. That's right. So we'll see. I would assume Monday, either no Hobby Evolution or it's going to be like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'm crazy and I wake up and hit it. So who knows? What else is going on? I think that's about it. Trying to think. Oh, did you see the Tara Reid stuff? It's crazy. So buddy of mine got Tara. He got autographs from like everybody all weekend long. Autographs from every single person that was signing, just about. So he got Tara Reid, and he had a couple pictures he was showing of Tara. I'm like I didn't even recognize her at first. Now, it wasn't like a straight on shot. It was kind of like she was like looking down signing, but it's like her hands looked old, like old hands. She had like old hands or like smoking hands, like she'd been smoking a lot of ciggies, and which plays into this whole Tara Reid story. So I'm like, and I didn't know, like I honestly didn't know. Like he sent the photo, and like we had a group chat, and somebody else was like, "Oh, I still, and I'm like, who the hell is that?" And then I'm like, holy fuck, that's Tara Reid. She is rough. I even showed my wife. I'm like, look, do you know who this is? And she's like, no. I'm like, that's Tara Reid. My wife's like, whoa. Yeah, she looks rough. She also looked rough because, as Max says, drugs and cigs and booze. I think it was all of the above because TMZ and others reported that she was taken to the hospital the night before. So she was signing at Chicago, the Spectacular, on Sunday. The night before, she was at the hotel, the DoubleTree, which is right there next to the convention center. She was at the hotel bar. According to her, she left the hotel bar to go have a cigarette. She came back and took a drink, and she thinks she was drugged. And then there's video. People in the lobby were taking video, like medics were there. It's sad, but it's also like, I don't think she was drugged. I think she was just super fucking fucked up. Drugs and booze. I think it was a cocktail. That's just my opinion. It's my opinion. But there's video. I think TMZ has the video. So check that out. So I will say this. Shout out to Tara Reid for getting so fucked up. Like fucked up beyond like hospital fucked up. And then still making your signing the next day. Like that's pretty damn, wow. That's impressive. Now, I hope she gets help because addiction sucks. It is a disease, and it's terrible. I'm not making light of her struggle, and maybe she was drugged. Maybe she just did. I think she said she had a glass of wine, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't know about that. I don't know if your story's adding up, but maybe that's what happened. Maybe that is what happened. So that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let's go say hello to the chat. Where are we at? GWRBI, what's going on? Good morning. Gundy's in the house. Good morning. Mark, what's going on? Boston Smoke is here. Good morning. Spam Likely, what's up? Why is the video smushed? Because you're watching it vertically. If you watch it horizontally, it doesn't get smushed. And that is your choice. We give you a choice on Hobby Evolution, how you want to view your video. Do you want it vertically, where it's nice on your cell phone? Or do you want the computer horizontal? That is a choice. I don't know how the hell you do it, but it's an option on my end that I can do both. So it actually does draw more viewers because and you'll see the random chats pop up like, what is this? Because people are just scrolling through the reels or whatever they call it on YouTube. It's like, oh, this guy's talking about eating breakfast. What the hell? Cody, what's going on? Good morning. Gem City says, hey, those are sharp. Dystemic's in the house. Good morning. Cooter is here. Good morning. Who's your cardboard? Good morning. Gem City Card Show says, money doesn't sleep. Max says, drugs and cigs and booze, the Tara Reid cocktail. Well, what do you expect? She's been rolling in the dough since the old man Lebowski died. As my mother would say, she looks like she was ridden hard and put away wet. Accurate. Sunflower says she dated Tom Brady in the early 2000s. Wow, yeah. And Tom Brady looks better than he did in the early 2000s, and Tara Reid looks like she's fucking 80. And as Gem City says, ridden hard and put away wet. Goats. Red lights in the crane. What's going on? It's not. It is a choice, but it's also a disease at the same time. F-bombs. It's an F-bomb Tuesday. I mean, yeah, it is a choice. So what else is going on? There was something else. My buddy Mark, Big Mark, was set up at the spectacular. Said he had the best show in 30. I think he said 33 years. He posted this on Facebook. He had his best show ever in 33 years as a dealer at this weekend's Chicago Sports Spectacular. It is a disease, Max. It is absolutely 100% a disease. And so is being fat. Fat is being a choice. And it's also a disease at the same time. Overeating, it's a disease. Anxiety, depression, it's a disease. It's not a choice. It is just what it is. So Big Mark had his best show in 33 years. And he reached out and he's like, hey, I picked up some slabs and sent me some pictures. He's like, I'll do these for, X amount. And it's funny because like the first half, it's like, oh my God, these are amazing. Like I'm going to make a killing on these. And then the second half, it's like, oh. So basically I went through, it's like, okay, I'm spending this much on its 40 slabs. And I'm looking through it and I'm like, okay, these at this price, I'll do really well. These I'll do okay. These I'm going to get beat up. And, so then I had to, it's like, it's not as easy as like, oh, this is, I'm like, I got to go back through and do the calculate. Cause like we're talking, let me see if I can find, like, there's some Caitlin Clark's off-brand slabs that I think it's is it GMA? Yeah, GMA. That they look like tag. I always confuse tag and GMA, but they're really sharp. Like I really like both tag and GMA slabs. I think they look sharp. So there's like a Caitlin Clark 10. There's a Jeter pink refractor 10. There's a Brock Bowers red yellow shock prism in a 9. A Caitlin Clark 9. A 10 Brock Bowers shock prism. A 9 Caitlin Clark. Another 9 Caitlin Clark. A Cooper DeJean 10. Another Caitlin Clark. And I'm like, oh man, that first photo, it's like, I might, how many, there's 10 slabs there. Now, I won't make the total amount back on that lot, but I'll do pretty well on those 10. And then the next page, there's a Caleb Williams 9.5. That's an SGC. There's an SGC 4.5 Billy Williams, which I might just take to Cubs convention. There's an off-brand slab, Tommy Agee Kellogg's 3D Superstars, a Gem Mint 10, CGC, Victor Wembanyama. So I'll do really well on that. Off-brand Doc Gooden rookie in a 10. So that next page is like, okay, like I'll do really well on a few of these. And then some of these, it's like, I'll probably break even. And then the third page, it was kind of like, okay, like Cooper DeJean, a PSA 9 Cooper DeJean, that'll do well. PSA 9 Brock Bowers, a Dan Marino, it's only a 6. But if I get my Marino guys in there, some others that are just like, eh. And then the last page is like, oh, Eric Paschal, a bunch of Eric Paschal, like, oof. Those will be like the $5 slabs. So I'll get beat up on those. But there's a Curry PSA 8 in there, which will do okay. So I had to add it up and like, okay, these. So overall, it'll be good. Am I gonna 20x my money? Absolutely not. Am I gonna 10x my money? No. But I'll probably double my money. Probably double my money on those. So we'll see. It'll be a fun experiment. Maybe I'll just run them all on. We'll do like a slabathon or something. Slabomania, brother. So we'll try that. Let's see. Where are we at? Merle wants to know, anyone figure out how to switch bow to wide mode? It looks like, oh, you're still on vertical mode. Let me go into my channel. Actually, you know what? $1 million Cubs. All right, I'm going to try it. Okay, so this is showing vertical. This is showing horizontal. If you just go to my page, both of them show up. Right? Yeah, Hobby Evolution episode 1636. There's the horizontal version, and then the vertical version. 6 people are watching the horizontal, or 6 people are watching vertically, 22 are watching horizontally. So if you just go to my page, you can choose. Dystemic says it's 2 different videos. Dystemic says, getting ready for my Christmas trip to Arizona, going to a card show on the 20th in Scottsdale. Very cool. That's probably the same show that I went to a couple of years ago at spring training. Good guys that run that show. SoCal guy, 1967. What's going on? Good morning. Let's see. We're just gonna skip all the addiction bullshit. Let's see. There you go. All right. So yeah. So feast week, busy week. eBay Live. If you go to 1millioncubs.com, the number one, that'll take you to my eBay Live homepage. That'll have the schedule. I've got it scheduled out through next Thursday, I think. So that's a record. I've never like every single stream over the next 10 days I have scheduled. Woo! And I need to get and even December 10th. And then I've got to get next weekend's scheduled out as well. So I'll get that maybe today. I've got to work on card show stuff. God, it's such a pain. God, it's such a pain. And by the way, if you've like reached out to me regarding the card show and I haven't, I should have responded by everything. I try to do it in one. Because what happens if I respond to like every email, every Instagram message, I think I've got a couple messages through Instagram I've got to follow up on. Facebook message. If I do that, like I'm spending my entire day and trying to keep track of everything and while I'm doing other shit. So I don't respond very quickly. I probably respond the quickest on text, and even sometimes my texts I don't respond quickly. So just be patient. I will be watching it. I will be getting back to people much quicker this week, obviously, because it's the show week. But there's a lot of, do you have a table? Da 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 da. So that's what I'm running into. So this Saturday, this Sunday. All right. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit up my eBay Live. And that's what I make the big If it was only about the money, I would stop promoting the Madison Card Show. If it was about the money, I would not be running the card show. The reason I run the card show is because it's a great, it's great for me for two. My accountant actually asked me about this last week in our meeting. He goes, why don't you just, instead of running the card show, because he's looking at my numbers, and he goes, why don't you just stop doing the card show and just do eBay Live in the time you spend on that? And I'm like, well, here's why. So there you go. I'm not making much money on the card show. The reason I do it is because it's great. I have a great following on the Madison Card Show Facebook page. I can promote my eBay live streams. I can promote my eBay live streams to all the people that come into the card shows. I have relationships with many dealers, the community. Thank you, Gem City. I've got Mark who texted me last night. Hey, I bought these slabs in Chicago. Do you want them? I'll give them to you for, X amount per slab. And I'm like, okay, absolutely. So I've got 40 slabs I'm going to pay, and I have first access to bargain boxes in the morning. So it's just, there's a lot of reasons why. If it were about the money, I would not be doing the show. So there you go. Card Showbo. That's right. All right. So that's what I had for today. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Join me tonight on eBay Live, 7:00 Central. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. I'm curious how eBay Live goes this week. Is it going to be, the weekend shows were about as expected, based on previous. Saturday night, good, but not great. Sunday night, great. And kind of a slower start. And we'll see how the week goes. Usually weeknights are definitely much slower. So we'll see how tonight goes. Tell your account to shut up. You get all your advice from this chat. True. Next question. Why does he do a Pokemon show? That is a great question. Why do I do a Pokemon show? That's a great question. Why do I do? Now that you put it like that, maybe I stopped doing a Pokemon show. Because it is a lot of work. And it's like I have nothing to do on Sunday. Maybe I end the Pokemon show. It's been popular, but if I'm looking at my, it's not worth my time. Maybe I do end the Pokemon show. The chat is spoken, right? Thank you, Merle, for that's it's like, why do I do the Pokemon show? Because I don't do the Pokemon show when we're at the Alliant. And if I do, and yeah, the Pokemon show does not build my brand at all. Yeah, there's maybe a few people that are there that like, oh, 1millioncubs.com sports cards, cool. But yeah, it doesn't build my brand at all. It doesn't build my bank account. It's more stress and more time that it takes away. That's a great point. I think I'm going to stop doing the Pokemon show. We've got a revelation this morning. I think this weekend might be the last Madison Pokemon show. What if you rode the e-bike to the Pokemon show? Well, then it takes even more time. I guess I get a little bit of exercise and I actually use the e-bike. This is a good point. This is a good point. I do the Pokemon show to keep them from taking over the regular show, but at this point, it's like, come on, Bo, say the quiet part out loud. You know what you want to dump everything you do, including Hobby Evolution, and just do eBay Live. There is some truth to that. Sell the Pokemon to show to Max. Just let me know. I'll keep it going. So yeah, that's something to think about. We'll see how this weekend goes. Because this is the stress test. This is the stress. This week is my stress test. Like how much now I'm probably gonna bitch, and by Sunday, actually Sunday, it's the Pokemon show is actually less stressful than the Saturday show because everything's paid for in advance. So that's the easy part. However, like this week, getting the mapping, putting the time in, and all that, I wouldn't pay a dime for a name though. Well, okay, then you're out. Next, who wants to take over the Madison Pokemon show? It's this week. That's the pain in the ass. So there we go. Do you have anyone helping you with your lives and shipping? No, I don't have anyone helping me with anything. And that's why I'm crazed. So, all right. So, there we go. Have a great day. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, check out my eBay store, 1millioncubs.com. All right. Hopefully I'll see you tonight, eBay Live. If not, we'll do this again tomorrow morning on Hobby Evolution. See you then.